What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome to another trailer analysis of a Super Smash Bros. Trailer. First off, we're greeted with Lucina protecting her father Chrom, but is Chrom a playable character? We don't know just yet.
What is this power?
However, there appears to be some strong force that's giving Lucina a run for her money. But it is the one, the only Captain Falcon, looking as muscular as ever. Now notice, as Lucina approaches Captain Falcon, she's going to be using a sword move that appears to be much like Marth's dash attack, followed by what might be a tilt attack. And Captain Falcon is going to respond with a jab. Looks to be his normal jab. But this move here looked just like Marth's shield breaker, that strong poking move from Smash Bros. Brawl. And we see, as always, Captain Falcon's got the Falcon Punch. You've got to have Falcon Punch in every single Smash Bros. Game. There he is showing off his gymnastic like a evasive abilities, except now we have a new character showing up. And I'm so happy to say that they've finally incorporated mages into Smash Bros. Games. However, he's also wielding a sword, and that is my biggest question for Nintendo. How do you switch between the sword and the tome, and are the tomes random, like Peach's turnips? So here we have Robin bringing the thunder. We're going to see here that he's going to use his down tilt, roll behind, and then use a jab. However, with his sword. I don't know if it varies based on whether or not he has a tome or his sword equipped. There was definitely his grab. We see a couple taunts. Can he charge his spells? And can he charge every spell the same way? And so you can see the power changes based on how much he charges and which spell he has. There's fire versus thunder. And there's Elwind, which appears to be an aerial and can be spike. There appears to be like a wind jab, and you also saw Nosferatu, which could be a more rare tome that also plays as jab. So we see a forward air, but then again, I don't know if he has a sword only equipped while he's in the air, or if he can still be using spells in the air with his tome. We see Lucina has an up air, much like Marth's, spot dodge to side special, which is the sword dance, neutral air, and spot dodge to dolphin slash, which is extremely similar to Marth. However, she does have her own character page, which makes me think she is going to have much more unique moves, because Sakurai was so insistent on not making clones, and at the moment she appears to be just a clone of Marth. And we know for a fact she isn't just an alternate costume. Now pay attention, there's gameplay coming up of Chrom. However, it's actually Robin's final smash that he's involved in. Robin is glowing and calls upon Chrom for assistance, which makes me think Chrom is not a playable character and just makes an appearance in this final smash. Here we see female Robin, however that doesn't really change the gameplay much. Now my biggest questions from this trailer are, how does Robin switch between the tome and the sword, and do all of his moves, not just his specials, change because of the switch? And which tome he gets? Can he have multiple tomes equipped? And how much durability do they have? Because they can run out of moves in the game and eventually wear away. And the trailer alludes to that factor. Robin says himself that he can't use each move for too long. So does he draw the tomes, or like randomly get one like Olimar's Pikmin or Peach's turnips, and some are more powerful, more rare than others? Who knows, we'll have to see in a future trailer. But until then, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.